Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to the video. So the stock market continued its big volatility this week, and in this video we're going over what to expect next from the stock market and how to trade it, along with an update on Bitcoin and crypto, and the top 3 trade ideas that I'm watching in the month ahead. As always, there are timestamps in the description. Let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, so starting out by taking a look at the S&P futures chart. Last week we went over how a larger upside reversal was likely, as long as it held above those key pivot levels that were reclaimed at 59.85 to 59.94 and 59.50 to 59.60. What played out this week was a successful hold at support near 59.60 on Monday's pullback, which also aligned with the 50-day moving average, and the rally continued from there with reclaims above 59.85 to 59.94 and then 60.35 to 60.40, which we went over that could act as a larger upside trigger, as that was the bottom of the previous consolidation range. From there, it rallied up to the top of the previous range at 61.02, where it found strong resistance, and after multiple tests of that level, it saw a downside follow through on Friday, which ended up breaking below the 60.35 to 60.40 key zone. It found support at 59.85 to 59.94, and then it backtested that 60.35 to 60.40 zone as new resistance late in the day. So the market volatility continues, and I would keep pretty much the same outlook as we went over last week. Key supports below are at 59.85 to 59.94, and also the 50-day moving average, which is currently at about 59.74, and then 59.50 to 59.60. As long as above there, I would continue to have a slight bullish lean, though if it breaks back below 59.50, then expect a larger pullback towards 59.00 to 59.14, and 58.66 to 58.80 next. On the upside, 60.35 to 60.40 is major resistance, and that is the key spot that needs to reclaim back above to open direct upside once again. If it is able to do so, it can see upside back towards 60.60 to 60.75, and then the key 61.02 level, which would be the next major decision point, and can act as a breakout trigger towards 61.36 next, if it is able to successfully break above. Alright, so now getting into the top trade ideas to watch in the week ahead, starting out with Micron, ticker symbol MU. So Micron had a large gap down after missing on earnings 2 Thursdays ago, and it sold down to the $85 key level where it found support. And since then, it has built out a 6-day consolidation between that 85 support and below 91, which is acting as key resistance. Along with that, it is consolidating slightly below the long-term trendline support, which roughly lines up with that 91 resistance level above. So this is on close watch for a directional move to play out soon, and I'm watching for a break and hold above $91 to trigger upside into the gap above. The upside targets above there would be at 93.6, 96.9, 98.75 to 100, and then the gap fill above there at 102.7. This is a very simple setup to trade, as you can enter on a break and hold above 91 per share, and play with a tight stop loss back below there to keep risk low. This is a very well-defined setup, so if it does have a strong break above, it'd be likely to see pretty immediate follow-through to the upside. Revolve, ticker symbol RVLV, is another stock to keep on close watch into the week and weeks ahead. So the stock had a strong gap up and range breakout move in early November, and that followed through up to the 38.66 resistance before finding resistance there and pulling back. It has now pulled back to the 50-day moving average, which is currently backtesting as support, and that is currently at about 32.35. This is a major decision point. As we can see, historically the stock has had strong reactions to the 50-day moving average, including the last 4 swing lows being at or slightly above the 50-day. On Friday, it tested it once again as support, with a strong reaction so far from buyers. So this is a key spot to watch for another swing low, which can lead to continued upside if it successfully holds. So from here, the next resistances and upside levels above would be at 33.8, 34.77, and then 38.66 next above there, which would also be the breakout trigger for the next leg higher above there, and open upside towards the gap fill next at 42.5. And this is another very simple setup to trade, as you'd want to play with a stop loss slightly below the 50-day moving average to keep risk low, and can ride it higher from here as long as that successfully holds. ASML Holdings, ticker symbol ASML, is another setup I'm keeping on close watch into the week and weeks ahead. So during the large market pullback a couple weeks ago, it held support right where it needed to, which is at the 698.5 to 710 zone, which was the top of the previous range and also aligns with the 50-day moving average. Holding above that zone keeps that breakout intact. Zooming into the chart, it has also formed a triple inside candle setup, which is defined by the last 3 daily candles closing within one candle's range, and this is a pattern that can result in a strong upside move if it plays out and follows through. So resistance of this range is at 720 to 722, which we can watch to act as the breakout trigger on a break above there, and breaking above can target 730, then the recent swing high at 757, and then the 766 key level next above there. This is another simple setup to trade, as you'd want to enter it on a break and hold above 722. You can play with a tight stop loss a little bit below 720 to keep risk low, then ride the move higher if it is able to break out and successfully follow through to the upside. And I haven't updated the outlook on Bitcoin in a while, as it slowed down after that initial major breakout trigger that we went over above 72 to 73.8 thousand, and it followed through from there to above 100,000. So now it's been in a cool off phase for a while and is testing a key spot. So this key spot is at the 50-day exponential moving average, which is respecting well as strong support, with 3 different tests and holds as support so far. So this is a key pivot to watch to either keep direct upside continuation in play, or if it breaks below it, Bitcoin can see a larger pullback. The bear case for Bitcoin is this current pattern could be looked at as a bearish head and shoulders pattern currently building out, and it could trigger the breakdown below the 50-day EMA. If that scenario plays out, the main area where I would be interested in buying the dip at would be 80,000 to 85,000, which I would treat as more of a zone if that gets tested. Overall though, the larger breakout stays intact for Bitcoin as long as it's above 72 to 73.8 thousand, and any extended dip will present a buying opportunity in my opinion. Another scenario to consider could be a quick wash up below the 50-day EMA before a reclaim back above, which if so, the reclaim above would trigger a mini failed breakdown setup and likely result in upside follow through on successful reclaim and hold back above there. So that is everything that I'm watching for in the week ahead. Expect continued market volatility, but as always, with volatility comes opportunity, so be prepared for any scenario and it will bring trading opportunities. Thank you guys for watching, and for anybody interested in joining the private Discord chat, that is the first link down in the description to get my personal trade alerts, nightly watch lists, and I answer any questions you guys have in there. I'll catch you all next time. Good luck trading the week ahead, and peace out.